So it's 2024, the first day of the year. I woke up at 5 a.m. just like planned. I looked at my goals, I was excited. I went to the gym, I ate well. Everything was just so productive, just as I planned. But 2 days later, something strange happened. My energy levels decreased. Even though I went to the gym, even though I meditated, even though I ate well, I just felt like shit. I just didn't feel well. And that went on for a couple of days. I thought that was just gonna go away. But no, 5 days later, I realized I'm back to where I was 1 week ago. I was the same guy. I had the same problems. I relapsed. Now, if you're watching this, you probably failed. You wanted to do monk mode, but none of them actually worked. I know how to fix it. You see, a lot of us have insanely high dopamine baselines, which means that your brain is highly stimulated at its baseline. So when you wake up, you already have your phone in your hand, you already scroll, you probably fap, you probably jerk off to some weird shit, you probably watch movies before you even done any work. You always get stimulated. And when you try to do work, which is not stimulating at all, you get demotivated. You don't feel the energy. There's an empty void that needs to be filled. And that's how people only last for 5 or 7 days and then they get back to their old habits. Now, the thing I use here is dopamine replacement. Basically what this means, every single month you remove one bad habit. So it's not gonna be one quick fix. If you came here for some quick fixes, get the fuck out of my channel. What are you doing here? You're wasting your time. Nothing comes fast. A lot of these gurus telling you it only takes 14 days to reset your mind. Bullshit. How many times did that help you? It didn't help you. Why? Because that is not the world we live in. We don't have that kind of minds. Our minds are beyond broken. They need to be replaced. And 1 week, 2 weeks are not gonna cut it, right? It's gonna be a long process. So first, let's see what dopamine actions, what bad habits stimulate you the most. It's probably video games. I mean, let's be honest. Even if you play once a day, you're still addicted. You're still addicted. If you play once a week, once a month, that's okay. But once a day, you're addicted. It's that simple. If you do something every single day, it's a habit. Now, video games probably take 20% of your dopamine every single day. Now, what you do here is take those video games and replace them with something fun. Have a fitness challenge. Do something. Challenge yourself. Do 100 push-ups. Do 100 pull-ups. Now, these don't seem more fun than playing video games, obviously. But they still give you dopamine. Every time you go to the gym and even though you didn't feel like going, afterwards, you feel great, right? You feel like you've achieved something. That is the healthy dopamine. Now, you can also gamify your life. You can also do all kinds of things. You can look at your life as a game and it will give you motivation. It will make it more fun. Cold showers is also a good option, but none of you are gonna do it. I mean, let's be honest. Who actually does cold showers? Let's be honest. Only 1% of people do cold showers because it's painful. But if you do it, let's say you don't give a shit about how bad it feels. Afterwards, you will gain 300% of dopamine. Basically, the dopamine that you get from jerking off plus video games, you get the same amounts of dopamine from just a cold shower. So keep that in mind. Cold showers are not just for your body, it's for your mind. It's all about the mind. So if you made it this far, it's really simple. Replace every single month a bad habit with a good habit. So don't just cut out the bad habit. When you remove a bad habit and don't do anything afterwards, your brain craves something to fill that void. Now, in this case, if you fill that void with a good habit, it's not gonna have such a huge effect. It's not gonna be so deprived of dopamine because you have dopamine from the good places. And a lot of people are trying to quit all the bad habits at once and immediately you get depressed after. It's that simple. You get sad. Your motivation levels are nowhere to be found because your mind is so deeply programmed into being this highly stimulated. And once you're not stimulated, your brain doesn't work. Doesn't matter how good you eat, doesn't matter how good you exercise, you will still feel like shit. So cut out one by one every single month. Try to replace one bad habit with a good one. And it will compound. It will take a couple months, it will take a couple years, but that's what you're here for. You are here for slow progress, but effective progress. Don't believe in any of these people who tell you 2 months, 2 weeks. It's not gonna happen. Your mind is beyond repairment. You need to replace your mind, and replacing your mind requires time. If you had one problem, it might take you 1 month, but you don't have one problem. You have a life problem. Everything is wrong. Everything needs to be replaced with a good thing. So keep that in mind. And if you are in this challenge, if you actually are serious about it, comment down below.